All right, Abby Dangerous. So, what made you decide to become a professional wrestler?
Well, what made me decide to become a professional wrestler is, first of all, I've always grown up watching it with my dad. It was just a thing we would do all the time. And later on, I actually started a fundraiser called Abby's $1 Million Dream. And basically, that was a fundraiser to raise $1 million for leukemia and lymphoma. And I was doing that because someone my dad worked with actually passed away from that, so I wanted to do something for that. And along that journey and process, Mick Foley actually heard about me, and he asked me to come out to one of his comedy shows, and he said the money that he makes from his merchandise that show he would put towards my fundraiser. And that day hanging out with Mick Foley, a WWE legend, and was just like amazing. And so that really pushed me to get into wrestling. So
Okay. How were your first few training classes when you started this journey? Was it everything you expected?
my first few training classes, it was what I expected, but I think it was more too. The experience was great, and my coach Leon Hayter, he was an amazing coach and still is to this day. He taught me a lot. And working in the ring, learning how to do all these moves and how to basically do a lot of things. He helped me out with beginning that. Um, and later on, I actually got to train with my other coaches, D'Lo Brown, Jake the Snake, and Simbodi. And they pushed me to do my best, and they always had me working at my hardest. And the owners of FSW, Joe and Rocky, they've actually been supporters too of me. So, I definitely think it's been more than I expected.
So, tell me about your first match when you had it.
My first match, I mean, it was amazing. Just when my music hit, the first thing I heard was the crowd and everything, and it was just the adrenaline rush. It felt just unreal, but it was so amazing getting to perform and all just experience it all. And especially after the show, when I remember I had this little girl come up to me and with her mom, and she just asked if she could take a picture. And she said that she was a fan, and it was my first match, so I was like, wow. I'm showing kids, little girls, that they can do anything and that they can achieve their dreams. So it was just an unbelievable feeling that I can't describe really. Like, it was just, it was amazing.
So, you've been away from the wrestling ring for a little over a year. Um, what happened?
Um, well, I mean, still being in high school and just being around the wrong crowd, around wrong friends, um, I started doing some things that I shouldn't have done. I was using drugs previously before high school. I tested out a few things. Then come high school, it kind of just went to weed, and I was just getting myself into some trouble that I mean I shouldn't have. And I was in wrestling at this time, um, and I just kind of fell out of it because of the people I was hanging with and just not being in the right state of mind. So I had to go through some treatment, and I was in and out of hospitals. And it seemed like nothing really got better. And I went back to wrestling a couple times, but then I would just fall out again. Um, it was hard. It was hard, but I mean, my coaches, Sin, D'Lo, Leon, everyone, they always motivated me. They never gave up on me, and I think that was the biggest inspiration was they never gave up on me um, through several fails. Uh, but when everything got better, when I got in the right state of mind again, I mean, I was ready. I was ready to get back in the ring.
So you talk about the support that you had, and they all supported you tremendously, but one of your definite biggest supporters was Jake Roberts. And I remember you going to his home and sitting there and personally talking to him. And he wrote something on a photo and gave it to you. What did he write to you?
He wrote to me, "Your dreams are bigger than your demons." And that, I mean, I've remembered that daily. I just tell myself that. And when he said that to me, I mean, I got goosebumps. I mean, I get goosebumps just remembering that statement because that it was true. I mean, my dreams were and are bigger than my demons. And I think that goes for anyone, really. Um, if you look at it in the right way, whatever your dream is and however big your demons are, your dreams are bigger than your demons.
So you recently got back into somewhat of training, not full time, but you've kind of stepped in the ring. Why did you come back, and what do you see for Abby Dangerous down the road?
Why did I come back? I mean, I I feel like I would always come back no matter what because this is my passion, this is my life. Um, when I finally got myself together, got my head in the right state of mind, I was nervous, to be honest. I was hesitant about getting back into wrestling, but my original coach, Leon Hader, he actually hit me up and he wanted to see if I wanted to help out in kids class, and that's where I all started. That's where I started at. So I said yeah, I was ready to go there, and when I went to help out, I mean I was more motivated than ever. Like it was amazing, and seeing those kids. Um, I was just like, I was in their spot one time, and I want to motivate them and push them too, just as much as Leon does and everyone does. That if they really want to do this, then they can. And me going through everything I have been, I want to let them know that nothing stops you from doing what you love. So, getting back into wrestling is the best decision I have made, and I think this is the time where I'm gonna stay to it, and I see myself in the future. I mean, hopefully making it big, because that's my dream. That's my dream. Whether it's WWE or AEW or Impact, whatever the case may be, I want to make it big to show little kids especially, I mean, that they can do anything no matter what. And if they believe in themselves, no matter what other people say, if they have haters or, I mean, even people that push them, no matter what people say, if they're into it and they believe it, then you can accomplish anything. So I'm glad I'm back.